this team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease. I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigate the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely sometimes. You see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. No. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games can play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. It's fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. We're much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let us see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm ASICs. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm gonna wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games we play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. I'm gonna share all that I have and give to those in need.
Dun, 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 dun. What's up, DB? What's up, Cletus? Hey, DB, you just want to call in now or what? Oh, man. Just want to call in now or what? Man, what's up, man? I know we're a little bit early, but it's okay. It's okay. We're going to pile on in. Hey, man. Oh, man. I'm excited for this interview, man. I'm thoroughly excited for this interview. Thoroughly excited. So, oh, man. Hopefully everyone's having, what's today? Wednesday? Today is Wednesday or Thursday? What's today? Thursday? What's today's date? Today is Thursday, man. Today is Thursday, man. Hopefully everyone's having a great Thursday, man. Hopefully the power and everything is back to, shall we say, normal in Texas, man. Hopefully everyone's getting through that, and their friends and their family that they have down there, man. Warm wishes. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I genuinely wish everyone well. And yeah, man. What's up, Reg? What's up, Reg? What's up? What's up, Cletus? Oh, man. This shit is too funny, man. I appreciate everybody coming in, man. It's going to be a good interview, man. You know, I'm very interested and Albert Haynesworth, man. And if you've been an NFL fan, I know you are as well. So this is gonna be interesting, man. This is gonna be super interesting. And yeah, man. And hopefully we can delve into his life, man, and yeah, learn more about him. So that'll be pretty cool, man. That'll definitely be dope. And yeah, and don't forget, we're going live tonight, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Adrian Broner's back. Oscar Valdez and Miguel Burchelt is back this Saturday. It's a good day to be a boxing fan, and hopefully we can move this momentum into the coming weeks. Also, I want to tell you guys, did you guys think the same thing that I've been telling y'all about who's the guy? Burchell? No, not Burchell. Frampton fight. It got moved to March, and now it's going to be in Saudi Arabia or something. I don't know. One of them countries, one of them cities. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but yeah, it's definitely moving over there. And remember how I was saying that fight gonna be fixed? It has all the makings, Mo Boxing, Money in the Ghetto. It has all the makings. It has all the makings for a fixed fight. You know what I mean? And they moved it off of the Canelo date, which is rather interesting. So they can focus on maybe on that. Maybe MTK Global and the Zone got something going on. I don't know. Oh, it's in Dubai. Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, it's in Dubai. So I'm that's interesting. That's interesting. You know, and I told you guys last week. It's funny how everything I say comes to fruition, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, DB, did you want to come in now or what? Let me know. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about, especially tonight, man. We definitely have a lot to talk about, man. Um, yeah, got a lot to talk about. So that's what we'll be dropping in on tonight. But Albert Haynesworth, man, he was the most dominant NFL like 2006, 7 and 8, exceptionally dominant, man, in the NFL, you know what I mean? And yeah, what's the mindset it takes to be the most dominant NFL football, the most dominant defensive NFL football player? What's up, Josh? You know, and I'm interested. I'm interested in that mindset. You know what I mean? In a league full of alpha males, you're the best. You know, so I'm very interested in that. Oh yeah, was Donald? Aaron Donald was Aaron Donald. Yeah, Aaron Donald was crazy. I was doing research on the Albert Haynesworth. He ran a 4.8 at 320 pounds. 4.8 at 320 pounds. DB, you want to come in now or no? Yeah, man, it's pretty astounding. I when I saw that, I said, "Sheesh, phew, that's crazy. That's that's insane." So I'm with a 39-inch vert. Whew. Okay, good. He'll be in around 405. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane, man. That's insane, man. That's insane. His numbers 320 pounds, 4'8". Shit. Insane. Oh, without further ado, man, he's in the building, man. Albert Haynesworth, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Oh man, we're doing phenomenal, man. We were just talking about your numbers going into the NFL combine, man.
Yeah, I was
Four
tracking it. I ran a 4.76 actually.
Oh, excuse me. I'm my bad. 4.76. 4.76. What did you do to get down to a 4.76, or was it just God gifted?
It was partly God gifted, and also I worked with the amazing trainer Tom Shaw. I think he's now in Florida somewhere, maybe
Mhm.
Tampa, I
Mhm.
think. Yeah, he's still a big guy. He's the guy that got Vic to run. What did Vic run, like a 4.18 or 4.2, something like that in the combine, or 4.3?
Yeah,
He came
yeah,
out. Yeah, yeah. He works on strides, which is pretty
gotcha.
crazy. So so what he was telling us, Vic had, when he ran the 40, he ran 21 strides when he got there, and then when he left Tom, he was down to 17 strides in the
Wow.
40 yards. Yeah, yeah.
How was how was that draft process in 2002, right?
Yeah, 2002 draft. It was cool. I mean, I went on a lot of what do you call, like, team interviews.
Sure.
I mean, I literally I had to say, it seemed like I went on like at least 10. Like, flew to those places, talked to the coaches and all that. I
Mhm.
guess they was trying to get a read on me and stuff.
Yeah. Who who was your top choice? Who was your top choice? Did you want to leave the state or DB? You're good.
Actually, sorry, that was Patty calling me. Actually, I didn't know. To be honest, like, I really knew anything about the process.
Mhm.
Seriously, yeah. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, yeah, we hear you. Yeah, it's background noise, but we can hear you.
Okay, okay. I'll step out of my truck. Let me
Okay.
go on the truck.
Okay. What's up, DB?
But go ahead. Yeah, but I can hear you.
Okay, great. DB, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, good, man. The co-host is here as well, man. So you in the restaurant business as well, right? You got a hamburger business?
Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, yeah, I did that. That was awful. That was a waste of money. But I mean, it was an experience. But yeah, definitely
Uh-huh.
wouldn't do it again.
Uh-huh. And now
So
you're doing air filtration. Is that what it is?
say it again.
Air filtration. Is that what you're doing as well along air filtration?
Uh, no, I mean, I get pitched a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
Um, Switch to my truck. Hold on one second. Let's see.
Gotcha.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, we hear you.
You got me?
Yeah, yeah, we hear
Okay,
you. We
okay,
can't
okay.
see you. I don't know if you want to be seen,
All
but
right.
we can't see you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's dark in my truck right here. I got all the tin on
Don't
it.
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Like,
Oh, we good. No, no, we good. If you ain't gotta be
see
seen,
me.
people can see you.
But yeah, I was doing something with that, like partnering with these people, kind of get them in open doors and stuff. Still really waiting.
Mhm.
Uh, like, they had created a air system that was already in the White House.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, and it would cure, I mean, pull out any loose coronavirus. I mean, it's not going to stop you from getting it, but you're not going to, like, transmit it by coughing, sneezing, or something like that.
Mhm.
So um, we, like, that company already had that, and they were
Uh-huh.
waiting for the FDA or whatever to approve, to say that they can say that. And
Okay.
then they also created what I was working with, a smaller system. So they created a smaller system for the hospitals, the little hospitals that New York was having.
Sure.
Those little tents.
Uh-huh.
So those tents, so those little open areas. So that's what they were making those little smaller systems, like handheld systems. You
Mhm.
can carry with you and put in the tent, and it'll clean your air just like a air filter. So and it would kill any viruses and all that stuff.
Okay. Good. Your fans in the chat like, man, hit the interior light. That's what you-
This is the light is on. I got
Oh,
10 windows.
okay. DB, what's up, man? You want
10.
to kick us off? What's up?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to OG Big Albert and also to South Carolina, man. I don't know many people from South Carolina. The only people I know, you, old chick I met when I was in college. I think Charlemagne and yeah, I think that's about it, man. Who's the biggest star to come out of South Carolina?
Oh man, and believe it or not, we got a lot of stars that come out of South Carolina, like Ray Allen.
Oh,
You know, he's from South Carolina. Yeah, I watched him play in high school.
wow.
I watched him play in high school when I was a kid. Like they were our rivals, and you know, him playing against my cousin. I mean, it was a hell of a game because I mean, Ray had like 60, and my cousin had like 50. So
Wow.
I mean, it was a great game. And then Kevin Garnett. A lot of people don't know that he's from South Carolina. Jermaine O'Neal. Levon Kirkland, John Abraham, Mahel Zion. Actually, Zion's dad is from Hartsville, from my hometown.
Okay.
Trying to think, Sean Ellis. You know, I mean, we got some major stars that came out of there.
Yeah, I get there. Yeah, I get
You
there.
flossing on us now.
No, man, no. I'm just telling you, that little state produced something. We got a lot of stars that come out of that little place, man. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, Orlando Hudson, baseball. You know, play against him in high school.
Williams.
Oh, are you a boxing fan at all, Albert?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I grew up with him.
Oh, really, Paul Williams?
Was it Paul? I can't remember because I didn't remember, but my my aunt and grandmother was like, you used to play, you know, this boxer. I can't remember. I can't remember his name, but he was big. I just watched one of his fights. But yeah, he used to play it. He was living in the house right behind, and up until I was like, I guess 8 or 9 or something like that. We used to play together when I go to my grandma's house. And then he moved away. So he moved away.
Paul Williams was one of the guys that realistically had a slim chance to beat Floyd. At 147, that is, until he moved up to 54.
No, I don't think it was him. It was like I would have to text my cousin. It was like maybe a light heavy.
Okay, light heavy.
That was. Yeah.
Who's your favorite fighters now?
Yeah.
Who do you like now?
Man, I mean, I love Floyd. You know, he's gonna probably come back, but like, you know, Floyd's it's an amazing boxer, guy, and lives a life. I mean, you know, you see him like floss and all this and that, but you know, the guy doesn't drink at all.
Yeah,
like zero. Like it was crazy because I go out with him. And of course, the guy's entourage or whatever would go out, and then he ordered all these drinks, and he drank cranberry juice. Like, I mean, you know, he'll try to get you wasted, but like he drank cranberry juice. What in the world? Yeah. I mean, it was it was crazy. Then I like Bones Jones. I know he's not the Bones Jones. UFC. I think he's bad. Trying to think who else we got. I mean, I like what's his I'm losing my head. Heavyweight, but he don't box.
Deontay Wilder.
I mean, he don't box. Yeah, he brawl. And I mean, like he's like a one hitter. I mean, great fighter, but he don't box. You know, I mean, he tried to just knock you out. So if he got down to like some boxing skills, like if he had trained, I know he said Floyd did this for clout, but if he trained with you really Floyd, man, I think it'd be something else.
Yeah, I don't think Floyd. I'll flip the other side of the coin and say I think Floyd would rather get on Air Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Man.
Oh yeah, no. Floyd trains still. Even though he ain't got to fight, he was still trained. Yeah. I mean, dude's insane. Like he tried to get me to come out and train with him. Like later in my career, I'm like, hell no, dude. You're not gonna have me running like 15 miles and all that stuff. Like I ain't built for that, man. I'm short burst, bro. I'm short burst.
Right. And let's jump into your career. Tennessee Titans, man. You jump on the team with Steve McNair, Eddie George, and all those guys. Take us through your first couple of seasons. Your rookie Jeff Fisher.
Oh,
walk us through your.
I mean, I'm sitting here like I'm over here like starry-eyed. Seeing like Javon Curse, Kevin Carter. You got Steve McNair, Eddie George, Derek Mason, Frank Wycheck. Samari Roll. You got all these like stars, and then to hang out with them, it was just cool. They were kind of like big brothers that kind of get you right, and like or Keith was already there. Keith Bullock was one of my best friends. He was already there, but like the year I came in is the first year he started. And I mean, for us just to kind of grow together like that was awesome. I mean, it's like a brotherhood, like not like any other team. I mean, like we were like a really close knit team.
Who inspired you?
I mean, like other teams, it's not like that. For playing.
Yeah, like the teammate on the Tennessee Titans that you drew from, since you were a rookie.
I mean, all of them kind of take you under their wing as like a little brother and stuff. Take care of you when we go out and all that stuff. I mean, they're all like big brothers, but I mean, the way they respected you if you went out there and worked. That you ain't just candy, you ain't soft. Like they respected me early because like I didn't take no shit. I mean, like I was getting fights. Like I'm like, you're doing something dirty to me. I'm not gonna let you just sit here and dog me or anything like that. Or I feel like you did a dirty play in practice or something, I'm gonna throw down. So they kind of respected that. Like, yeah, a little rookie, he ain't gonna sit back and let y'all just talk trash or do whatever. Like he gonna, what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do my thing. Like, so they really respected that.
So the legend is true. Albert Haynesworth didn't take no shit, man.
No, not at all. Definitely. Go get somebody else for that. That ain't me.
What?
Go ahead. Let me ask this: if with that killer instinct and that mentality that you have, do you think if you were not playing football that you could have been a pro fighter?
Oh yeah, I think that definitely would have been. I was thinking that the other day. Like if I didn't play football, that's more likely what I would have did.
Wow, more of a MMA style or pro boxing?
Probably be boxing because that was that's the big thing. I mean, MMA just really got big. I mean, you're right. I mean, like in the last 10 years. So back then, it would have been heavyweight boxing, going up against like Lennox Lewis and all those guys.
Wow. Yeah. You played with both Vince Young and Steve McNair, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
Could you
That's
take
right.
a moment and capsulate them as human beings? Because we all know them as great football players, but could you capsulate them as human beings, if you don't mind?
Well, Steve, being a young guy and being a quarterback, so I didn't have much. Sorry about that. I got a call. Steve, I didn't have much contact. He just maybe went out a little bit. He'd be around, but he was real quiet, but kind of like a cool dude. He would joke, he would joke with the older guys. and stuff. And then Vince, Vince was like a young Thundercat coming in, and it's like not all over the place, but he was just like, oh, I'm Vince Young, and not in a bad way, but he's just coming fresh off like a national championship, and all this stuff, and so he was kind of like riding high,
Sure.
and then when he comes to the league, it's like him and Jeff. Actually, Jeff didn't want to draft him, to be honest.
Wow.
No, Jeff didn't want to draft him. Vince was Bud's pick, like our owner. He is who wanted Vince, and Jeff, I think, wanted like Matt Leinart. So
USC guy, right? Jeff Fisher, right?
Yep, USC guy. So anyway, Vince comes in and he doesn't start. Third pick, he doesn't start and all that stuff like that. So that's kind of humbling to him. And then it wasn't until like the 7th or 8th game that he started, and boom, came in and like won the game and all that stuff like that. So that was his time kind of Tennessee. And I don't know if Jeff, I'm sure he enjoyed the win, but he kind of wanted him to fail, and that's when he wasn't doing so well, and they benched him. That was all because Jeff didn't want him. You know what I mean? But any other quarterback, they would have kept giving them chances or something like that, and that's why Vince is on a short leash, and I guess that's where it all happened when it fell out after I left 2009 or whatever. That he was just like, well, Bud's for me and all that stuff, and that's what I heard from the guys. So,
how good or bad a coach was Jeff Fisher? The chat is going off right now. Like, oh, Jeff, we didn't like Jeff. Well, I'll let you talk.
Jeff, he was all right. He was all right. Not, I don't have really any bad things to say, I guess, anything real negative. But me and my other guys talk, like Bullock and stuff, we feel like if we had, with the teams we had in my 7 years there, we should have at least had 2 Super Bowls.
Wow.
So we felt like if you go back and you have that team and you pick a coach, you could take Belichick or you could take Coughlin, and we would have won at least 2 Super Bowls.
Wow.
Yeah, if not 3. Yeah, if not 3, because I had my first 2 years. We should have won. The first year we went to the AFC Championship, played the Raiders, lost to them out there, and then we would have beat the crap out of Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
and then the second year we're 12-4, and then we lose to the Patriots in the second round, and we were a better team, and then the Patriots won that Super Bowl. So, and then 13-3, my last year with the Titans, we had the number 1 defense, and all that stuff. Great year, and we lose, in the second round to the Ravens. When you hold teams averaging 10 and 13 points a game, and you can't win,
right?
That 13-3 year, our whole offense was CJ, and then in the playoffs, CJ sprained his ankle, and we had no offense.
Right.
So how can you win that game you're in the playoffs holding a team to 13 points?
Right.
You're holding everybody down to that, everybody.
Right.
So it was, I think, if we had, this is what we agreed on. If we had other coaches, like
Belichick or Tom Coughlin, like, yeah, we'd have had 2 to 3 Super Bowls.
Wow. Why were y'all so run heavy? Because it seemed like when y'all got Chris, what was his name? What was his name?
Chris Johnson.
Yeah, Chris Johnson, and you had Eddie George. And it seemed like with Steve McNair and Vince Young, you have the ability to do more than just hand the ball off.
I mean, it's just a kind of a running team. We never, like, one thing, they're not going to pay a ton of players. Not going to, like, they're about building a team. They ain't going to bring in a bunch of free agents and stuff like that and have a team like that. So that's one thing. You're going to have to be on time with, if you want to pass the ball, you're going to have to be, like, great harmony with your quarterback and your receivers and everything like that. And we weren't like that. I mean, we had good receivers, but you weren't going to go out and like they got Randy Moss like at the end of the last year of his career. Like, why not go out and get Randy Moss before he goes to the Patriots or before that? You know what I mean? Like, they just
round pick, if I'm not mistaken. They got him for a 6th round pick, New England.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just a lot of things like that they wouldn't do, and then even like me, on instance, stand there, like, you think, okay, all right, you got at least the best D tackle in the league, there could be like one of the top whatever players on defense, and they offered me probably like the 4th or 5th salary for a defensive tackle.
Right.
I mean, and I was like, came 2 years in a row, like player runner up for NFL defense player year, won at Sporting News, a couple times. And then they offered me, like at Marcus High, they offered me $28 million over 4 years. Yeah. Like, I'm like, and literally that, and I was thinking, I was like, yo, more now? I mean, like, then I said, all right, if you give me 32, then I'll stay. And they were like, nope, it's too much. And I'm like, really? But then like when I left, then they paid somebody not as great a talent as me about that same thing. I'm like, wow.
Who came in after you? Who ended up getting that contract?
I don't know. You gotta look at.
Okay, I will.
I ain't shitting on nobody, but no, it's just like, I mean, wasn't even close to compared. And they had the same team after I left, like minus me defense, and they went 0-8.
Yep.
In the beginning, and it went 8-8 or whatever. So like, you can't tell me, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to pay me. I mean, I would love to stay in Nashville. I want to stay in Nashville. Like, being at Tennessee, UT, Knoxville, and then going right down the street to Nashville, to the Titans. Yeah, I definitely want to stay, retire here.
Right. DB?
Yeah, I worked for Jeff Fisher and his brother. They owned a couple of gyms in Northern and Southern California. They had a chain that I used to run for them. We had a pretty decent relationship, but I always had bad vibes from him. Everything that I used to report to him was only numbers. So we never had conversations about family or anything like that. So he always struck me as I know it sounds crazy, but he always struck me as a bigot. And have you experienced anything like that with him or any coaching staff or just anybody in the NFL period?
No, I mean, no, because we would have definitely had words if I came across that. Yeah, not with him. He was just, I don't know. To me, it'd be like he can tell you one thing to your face, and you're not in the conversation or you're not in the room, then he'll tell, something different. Like we had that conversation. Well, I'll tell you, when I came across that, I was like, all right, I don't really trust anything he says.
Wow.
Anymore. And I was already getting that vibe, and I was kind of telling my agent that. But then, I was kind of, telling him that. And then like when I kicked Garrod or whatever, got suspended for their like 5 or 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
So we go in his office, that the day after the game. So, he's like, "Oh, come up talk to me." So me and my agent went out there, and he was like, "Look, Albert, you gotta appeal this suspension. You need to appeal this. There's no way you could do this. We're in a race, you need to appeal it. And I mean, all this stuff, right?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to appeal it. Like, all right, what I did was wrong. They're going to give me a suspension, and I guess I'll agree with it. Like, okay, because what I did was wrong. So I'm fine with that. I'm going to do that." And so that's what I told him. And then literally, so leaving it like in his office, me and my agent, I think, still kind of in there because he was like, I got to go because I got to do this interview. So he literally walks out of his office, walks in his interview, and was like, "Yeah, we don't know if we even want Albert on the team."
Wow.
I mean, like my agent was like, Are you fucking kidding me? Like, this dude just want to beg, like, we need you here and and all that stuff. And then he goes out and says that. I said, I told you. And he's like, wow. And he was like, the guy talks off both sides of his mouth. So I was just like, I kind of, like, his word is just as much as you want to weigh on it. I mean, how much gold you want to put on this? Like, me, I'm not putting that much. So, I mean, not that he's a bad guy or anything. I mean, I liked him as a coach, but it's just, we kind of knew that because he told me, he was like, "Oh, you're going to retire here." I'm like, "Well, I guess I'm retiring in year 7.
Wow. You spoke about Andre Garrod, that infamous head stomping thing. And I read in the article that you guys actually became pretty good friends after that. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. I mean, like, it was really the heat of the battle. I mean, I'm a very passionate player, and I think I felt like he crossed the line with a play, and I said something to him, and then he was just like, "Oh, like, yeah, like something dirty, real dirty." I'm like, "What?" And I mean, so I think that's what like flipped my switch. Like, oh yeah, well, this ain't football, man. This is life or death. This is between me and you. You trying to take, stuff away from my family, and what I mean, all that stuff. Like it was like at that point. So it was just like at any time, like it was gonna flip. Like I could have been Billy Cole out there if I had a gun. I'd have been shot that mug. I mean, that's where it was in that field battle. And I mean, I flipped out. I mean, looking back, I mean, I literally flipped out and don't remember. Like, all I remember is like yelling on the sideline and then getting going to the locker room. And I'm in the locker room. And I'm just like, what in the hell did I just do? And so, like, look around because there's nobody else in the locker room. I'm just like, And then they start replaying on TV. I'm like, holy crap. Cannot believe I did that. Like I mean, when people like lose their mind, go temporarily insane or do, like just, do something crazy. Like that's where I was. And then I flip back and it's just like, wow, wow, And so that's why I was like remorseful for what I did after the game. It's like, I mean, people want to understand if you try to explain it to them, like, you just like, somebody's trying to hurt your family or something, and you're going to just flip out and like kick their ass or something. Like people wouldn't understand that. They're like, "Oh, it's just a game" or whatever. So that's why I didn't try to explain anything, and that's why I was like, I'll just take whatever punishment they give me, and that be that.
How would you summarize your 7 years in Tennessee? Because
I think it was great. I mean,
years were phenomenal.
Yeah, I made lifelong friends. Or not even friends, like brothers.
Wow.
I mean, like me and Bullock hang out every week.
Wow.
My D-line guys are still around here. We hang out. Like we had a Super Bowl party down here in Nashville that we we hung out. I mean, not even like we had it, but it was just like we got together,
Sure.
to watch the game and hung out and all that stuff. I mean, just good times. I mean, like true friends and coworkers or brothers, like I mean, it was a great time. Small city. Now, if we would have had this city when we played, oh my God.
Well, it's definitely more developed. I was there last February for a fight. It's the downtown area is definitely growing.
Like what? Like, I mean, it was when we was playing, hell, he stayed away from downtown. Like that Broadway, that was nobody's going down there. Now these guys got to be winning Super Bowls, man.
Wow.
With this city, I mean, it's everywhere is rocking. I mean, skyscraper. I mean, cranes, everything. This place is getting crazy built up.
Why Washington over Tampa Bay?
Because it wasn't ever about the money. Whoever thought like, oh, go ask for $100 million. Like the way these guys are now, I was nowhere even close. Like, no, I didn't know really what the market would be good. I didn't care necessarily about the market like that. Like my agent would bring these numbers to me, like, like, dude, that's nothing. Like this guy right here is getting paid more than you. I'm like, what? Like this guy? Like he couldn't start on that team and he's getting paid? I was like, no. So, but like for the Redskins, it was more like my whole drive was to do what I do in Tennessee, and because we didn't get any appreciation, at Tennessee being a small market team. So I was like, I could do what I did, and and play another 3-4 years and be able to go to Hall of Fame. He was like, absolutely. And so I mean, they talked a good game, talked to the owner and Serrano and all that. And I'm thinking these the head guys. They were like, yeah, we're going to play the same exact defense Tennessee does. I think we feel like we got better players here. So that's going to really, adding you as a piece is going to really like change the game and make us to this level and blah, 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 all this stuff like that. I'm like, like, great. Like, which I was more into, like, great. All right. I get there. The D coordinator was like, nah, we ain't doing none of that. He's like, I run this side of the ball. I'm like, so we're going to do something totally different? So you just lied to get me here? I mean, I was really, because I trusted people's words. Like, you would say something and I'm going to trust you. And yeah, that wasn't the case. And then it got even worse when we got that little mini me motherfucker, like just it was
Who's
something else.
Who's the mini me?
Man, Shanahan. Yeah, like I mean it was a joke. It was a joke. Like the whole thing was just a joke. Like players didn't take it seriously. Like people more worried about, hey, I think I'm gonna get a table here. You doing that in warm-ups? You talking about it in warm-ups? I'm gonna get a table here and blah blah blah, or let's take shots before the game. Like, God almighty. I mean, all them cats was like that. It's like Hollywood, they're like basketball dudes,
Mm-hmm.
Like basketball dudes are extra. These guys are extra, man. It was totally different. Like I'm used to going out with my boys in jeans and a white tee and a chain or something like that. You know what I mean? Like these dudes are like, all right, I got my Louis this. Oh, look, I got this new Louis. I mean, like we're all rich. I mean, we all can buy Louis. You know what I mean? Like, but they're like that's they're like, how you see basketball guys going in to the game and they're all in these like exotic looking suits. Like that's how it kind of was with them. Like they got to be Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just like we're going out here to take care of business, whoop ass. These guys like they LeBron or something. You know what I mean? Like it was wild. It was an experience to say the least.
Yeah. There was if you want to elaborate on it, but it seemed like it was a disconnect between as I was doing research for the interview, it was a disconnect between the players. You know, you had Clinton Portis said some unkind words about you. The DB said some unkind words.
Clint Portis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, wow, that's okay. All right.
You want to take your time and elaborate on like your
None
totally.
of them dudes, like, I mean, I'm about business. Like, I ain't taking no shot before the fucking game. Like, I don't do that. Like, I don't give a damn about what I'm wearing. Like, that was a whole big thing. Oh, let's have a dress. Like, gotta have like a dress code type shit. I mean, they ain't real dudes. Just like want to play fucking ball. They out there really like bonding to the media shit. Like, when I was talking about the media stuff, I want to like let my game play, and then like, all right, so it'll be not on the back end of the newspaper. That it might be like, the front page of sports page or something. You know what I mean? Like it was like you just didn't really get much pub. Like we could do a whole lot of shit here in Tennessee and dominate games, and then on ESPN, you might see like a 20-second clip of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're like, and then like, then you seeing all these big market teams that these guys ain't doing much crazy. I mean, I don't think they beat us, but they're getting all the pub.
Right.
So that was my idea, just to help get to the Super Bowl. I mean, get to the Hall of Fame for myself. A personal goal is to get to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Like not like, I'm trying to be on, after football, be some announcer or radio or, whatever. Like that wasn't my game. Like I wanted to play ball. I wanted to kick ass. I wanted to fuck people up, legally and be on my way.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, that wasn't them. So I'm a country boy. I ain't vibe with the like city folks.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Again, that's like kind of how it was. It was, I'm a country boy, like shit, I would dip, like I'm not one of those, other guys.
Right. And if you just want to put a bow on it, because this is probably gonna go viral with stuff like that, but just about like people say like you didn't play your best football and at Washington. And
all right. So if I didn't play my best football, let's see this. Like, still first year had like four and a half sacks, something like that. Not good. And I was playing a defense I'm not used to, where I gotta worry about somebody shifting. I gotta do this and that, blah blah blah. Like all this thinking before the ball and not getting off the ball. Still improve that defense. Still, you go back and look up that. When I was in the game, not in the game, I improved that defense an entire yard. 1 yard, 1 full yard for me being in the game and out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, playing a scheme that I didn't know how to play. Same thing the next year. Like, I'm there, this dude literally, and now he has, amnesia or whatever. Like, don't remember saying this. I remember as clear as day because I called my agent, like, dude, can you believe what this guy said? I get there, meet with his coach. I kind of excited because he's kind of like a legendary coach or whatever. Kind of excited, all that stuff. And he was just like, "Yeah, I want you to. I mean, this is pretty close to exact words. I want you to grab the center, and so you can let the running back or linebackers run by and make the plays."
Right.
I said. All right, I mean, like, all right, so like, okay, so that's, first, second down stuff. I had third down, so you get the rush. He's like, no. Like, if you have more than 1 sack,
wow,
like for the season, I'll be pissed. I'm like, what? And I mean, like, I'm sure I said what, and I'm looking ahead, like, what the fuck is this guy talking? I was like, dude, I said, I mean, you don't want me to rush back? No. The linebackers, I'm telling you, they're going to run through it. They're going to be like blitzing team. You're going to run through it. You're just going to spread, like, have your legs wide and grab in the center. And I was like, dude, I gotta be honest. Like, that's not my game. You're asking me to do something I've never done.
Right.
And I mean, I've played 20 years of football at that point, like I've never done that. And I was like, man, y'all pay me all this money. And that's what you want to do. Like, people want to see me like make plays, and make plays. He's like, oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be telling them on press, like, man, he's playing a great game. He's doing everything and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. I understand you sitting here saying that, and you probably say it or whatever, but still, like, they want, they expect me to make plays.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Don't, I'm telling you, you ain't got to worry about it. I'm like, man, I said, I don't know, coach, and this is like kind of forced this whole thing how it is now. I was like, I think you guys should trade me because I just don't think like that's going to work. That's not how I play football. He's like, all right, we'll try to work on the trade, but I'm telling you, if you don't take a trade and before you pay you this check, then you're staying here.
Wow.
Well, all right, well, whatever. So they said we're supposed to go seek a trade. Me and my agent are supposed to seek a trade. Like, not that they're going to like, hey, Albert Haynesworth, we're looking to trade Albert Haynesworth. No, they're like, you go do it.
Wow.
And if somebody call and offer something good enough, then we'll do it. Like, that's how he treated it. So I'm just like, all right. So like I was like, go and work with my trainer and like in Florida or Knoxville, one of those, and I come back and the dude is like, oh yeah, well it's like you missed 50% of workouts, you gotta have them run. I was like, all right. So I go and run, and then I run it like first one, passed it, and then the second one.
Test, correct? This is the conditioning test, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because S-Dot had the same question. Okay, good.
Yeah. The second one, like I passed, and then he said I had too long of a break. I'm like, really? So then I had to run a third one. Like, so I didn't pass that. And then as soon as I get into the locker room, he already called Adam Scheffner. It's like, oh, he failed a conditioning test. So that's how you seen it. Like, oh, he just failed a conditioning test. And then they're like, oh, I'm so out of shape, blah, 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 da, 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 all this stuff. And then so he was like, thought he's like going to kill me or something. So he puts me with the my strength coach. And we're doing like all this conditioning and stuff like that. And he's like he told me, he was like, dude, if you're out of shape, there is no possible way you could, ever do what we just did. I mean, we're running like 2-3 times a day.
Wow.
I'm out of shape. And then like I end up hurting my knee. So that took about 4 or 5 days or whatever. And then I went back out and ran it and passed it. And then like didn't say anything about that. Like I was like, okay, so I was out 4 or 5 days with my knee, and then had, 3 or 4 days working with your guy. So 4 or 5 days, I didn't really do much because I couldn't. And then go run the test, and now I'm in shape. It's like, go fuck yourself. I mean, it was just a bullshit guy. Like he wanted the spotlight.
Wow.
Like, that's what it is. He wanted the spotlight. And I told Robert Griffin, and if you ever interview him,
I will.
Like, I was like, dude, I said, and I happened to be there because it was like me appealing a suspension or something. Like I had to come there. So I said, dude, you better watch these dudes with both eyes open. I said, because they don't want to see success. It's got to be like the coach's game. So same thing you see with Robert Griffin, how they like ran him in the ground and all that stuff. And then like, what's his name, not really getting along with them because Griff was on them commercials and stuff. Like Shanahan wanted to see himself on the commercials. Yeah, he wanted to see himself. Like, you don't want to see a star. Like, he won the one, like he won the Super Bowl twice. You know, not John Elway and and Terrell Davis, but like him, Shanahan. This is why they won. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. I'm telling you, the guy, he something. I don't know. Maybe he forgot now. That's what I hear. He don't remember none of that stuff. Like I remember it pretty damn well because I couldn't. I got as soon as I was walking out of the complex, I called my agent and told him all this stuff, and he was just like, "Holy shit!" He was like, "This is nothing like the Titans." I said, "Zero, zilch about the Titans. Football is the last thing on their mind."
Right. DB.
That's good that you asked that. So, in terms of players and teammates and on the field play, who was the best organization that you played for? And also with the back office and the officials in the business side, who was the best team that you played for?
A team. I mean, I know I played with the Patriots, and they were a great team. I got released in the middle of the season, but they went to the Super Bowl. I mean, obviously it's a great team. But I would say with my Titans, I mean, we just had that energy. We had that, you just brotherhood. You know what he was going to do. Like Keith knew what I was going to do. Like Keith would say he would be getting mad over dudes like talk trash. Like, oh, he didn't want to stay in this gap and stuff. And he's like, dude, he's like, we're 6 yards back. Let him wreck shop because it ain't going to be bad. And then you just clean up the mess. I mean, he said he would literally get legit mad when dudes like try to talk. He's like, y'all don't even know him. It was like, obviously, y'all don't really give a shit. And he's going to start like, fuck you and not giving a shit either. So, I mean, that's really what it was. Like, fuck Washington. I mean, I hope they do good now. But at that point back then, fuck them. Fuck them players. I'm not friends with any of them. Well, only one. Andre Carter, cool guy. But other cats, go fuck themselves.
it was like, yeah, it was like, so would you say you just completely shut down on the Redskins? It was the Redskins.
No, I didn't shut down. I tried to play within their lame ass scheme.
Okay.
Like I had to play cautious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like one playing myself. Well, basically you took a racehorse, thoroughbred racehorse, and put a fucking plow on him.
Wow.
And then you're saying, nah, I'm not playing hard. Like, yeah, playing with a plow that I've never done. You know what I mean? Something I've never done, and still making plays for the fucking team. But they sucked anyway, so it wasn't going to matter.
Hey, you know what's ironic? I said you play for 3 black quarterbacks: Jason Campbell,
yeah,
Vince Young, and Steve McNair. Is
Donovan McNabb
and Donovan McNabb? Wow, is that is the NFL not in favor of that in terms of wanting a black quarterback or black coaches? Because I heard you stand up for T. Martin as well.
I didn't really get into it because it's such a business.
Wow.
In NFL, there's no loyalty. It's a straight business. The team is not going to be loyal to you, and players are, you're going to do what you got to do. Like, however, it can either be for money or for more recognition or whatever. But you're gonna look for you and not a team. So it's not like old school NFL where, guys drafted there in the 50th round and played 13 years and became Hall of Fame and pros on us. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like that no more. Like, they ain't, it ain't about that. Like, you think it's about winning a Super Bowl. I mean, of course they want to win a Super Bowl, but they're going to do it the cheapest way possible.
Got that.
You know what I mean? It ain't like the Yankees.
Okay. Right. DB?
Yeah, when you were balling, man, when you won the MVP, who were your toughest competitors? Guys that you said, shit, I got to line up against him today.
Nobody.
You was a bad motherfucker, man. And you definitely played with a chip on your shoulder, man. And I think that's what separated you.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to play against the biggest, best, whatever. Bring them on, so I want to knock them down. Like, I mean, it was like what I had learned from that level of insanity that I went to, like the kick garage in the head, to the next year, I knew how far I could take it mentally, to get to that dangerous edge to like just to ball out, literally just to go out there and not give a shit and play ball.
Got that.
Like it was cool like that. And then Washington, there was just so many things going on. Like, it was just I don't like how I try to tell people how it was. All right, say I'm you take a heart surgeon, right? You take a heart surgeon that's the best in the country. Like, anybody ever have heart problems, this is the guy you want to go to, right?
Right.
And you take him and now make him a brain doctor, or a neurologist or a neurosurgeon.
Right.
Like, yeah, he's a doctor, but those are two different jobs. You get what I'm saying? Like, would you want a heart surgeon? I mean, if you had nobody else to operate on your brain, I mean, I guess get a heart surgeon, but you would rather want somebody that is a neurologist or a neurosurgeon to work on your brain than you would, a cardiologist. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know if that you understand that, or if
I completely get that. I completely get that. And just to level up on that, one of your fans once asked, Skins my team, raised right next to the stadium in Palmer Park. We always been a bad organization. Would you agree, Al? And if so, how bad was it?
I mean, it was just total disconnect. And then everybody, and I'm glad you got a Skins fan, because he probably doesn't like Dan Snyder. But I would say Dan is a really good owner. He might interfere with, and it sounds funny, with the football part of it, but he is a really good owner. I call him, and this is not in a bad way, he's a billionaire fantasy footballer. So, what you do on fantasy football, you go get this player, I go get this player, I got this player, all from different teams, right? All the stars, like that's who you want in your fantasy football. So like Dan is like, all right, that was a great player. Let me bring him here. Like Dan was telling me all the stuff, like, yeah, this is what you're gonna do. It's gonna be just like Tennessee defense. No, it's nothing like Tennessee defense. Like zero like Tennessee defense, other than it's a 4-3. And see, like but he'll get you the best player. So if you're a head coach, I mean, the one thing is he would ask you if you don't do good in 2 years, but that's what he expects. He gets you this dude. He will get you the best coach, best players, and expect you to put it together and win games. But it's really about building a team.
Right.
So I mean, that aspect, he's great about it. Like, he's going to get you players. For a coach, probably not going to give you a lot of time, but he'll get you players. And you expect those coaches to put you in the right position. But most coaches are stuck on, like, this is my defense. This is the defense I run. This is the offense I run. Not a run and shoot, but if you got like a Peyton Manning offense, and then you got a quarterback that can run, but are you going to stick and make him just be a pocket passer, throw the ball, and all that stuff, or let him use this, let's get his talent up? I mean, like, just showcase his talent by like put him in an offense that benefits him, because we all win, right? No, a lot of coaches, they don't do that. And you see some of the great coaches, they do. Like, they'll modify. That was one thing I noticed about Belichick. Like, he modified his team, his play calling, or his scheme, pretty much what he got as defense. You know, what his for his players. I mean, I thought that was the cool thing about him. That's why I think he's always going to be, you know, successful. Yeah, he didn't win a Super Bowl, so you said that's a down year for him, but they still were pretty good.
Right. I saw you post on your social media about Colin Kaepernick. What's your stance on Colin Kaepernick in the NFL?
I mean, as a player, or is the whole thing that he's
no, taking a knee.
You know, I mean, like, whatever. I mean, that's fine. Like, that's fine with me. Like, I have a cousin that just got out the Army last July, 20 years, a lieutenant colonel. I mean, he's like my brother. Like, I asked him about it. I mean, of course, I've been retired since then, but he's like, I don't feel like that's disrespect. I mean, I think it was just a way to try to separate us, you know, with the whole Black Lives Matter and all that. Like, if he wants to do that, I have no problem with him doing that. Like, will I do it? No, because I feel like it's going to be a distraction to me because it's not what I normally do. Like, I have a routine where it's just a switch and going on. Now we're changing, you know, my game plan or whatever, and then I'm having to think about this, and this is something I don't even like, because I want to go out there and beat this guy's ass. I don't want to be thinking about, you know, police shootings and stuff like that. This on the field. That's where I could take all that negativity that I got and whoop somebody's ass. So to change my routine, that would be a distraction to me where I can't go do that. So, like, I wouldn't kneel, and that's the only way I wouldn't kneel. But, like, speak out on them, absolutely. Like, you know, call these cops out that do it. And I got a cousin that's a cop too, and he said a lot of them were wrong, you know, and like him looking at the video footage and how wrong it is, and like, you know, they shouldn't be. The black guys are definitely not going to be for them and all that stuff like that. You know, he would tell me. But I mean, man, the whole world's crazy. Like, this whole systematic racism shit. I mean, it's like a new way, like saying thug, basically saying nigga.
Right.
You know, I mean, like, all these things, man. Like, I called out Tennessee the other day for not giving T a shot. A man that's actually won the championship, you know, and you know, like, brought that national championship there. A guy that's been an offensive coordinator, you know, worked his way through the ranks and all that stuff like that. And then one thing, he's the assistant head coach.
Right.
He's the assistant head coach, and you don't, like, you fired a head coach. You don't even give him an interview. And then when you fired a head coach, you had just brought a guy in, and then you make him assistant head coach. And then, like, and you got your assistant head coach sitting there that you paid for, you know, like, get on his resume, but he ain't able to handle, like, this, you know, the stuff with Pruitt. Like, he can't talk to players and stuff like that. I mean, like, never even gave him a shot. Wow. And not even that. It was like other people in the athletic world, stuff like that worked there a long time. No upgrades or anything, or you know, promotions or anything like that. Go elsewhere and become successful. You know, and, you know, other teams like got higher with other places than they did at Tennessee. I mean, you know, I mean, like, just take guys for granted. I mean, there's only, there's 100 and something years old, the school and the football team, all that stuff. Yet there's only been 3 African-American head coaches at UTK in all sports.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, so you're over 100 something years old, and, you know, all this is going through, and no black, you only had 3, and then you had them on so short ass leashes that, you know, they couldn't couldn't succeed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, like you got Wade Houston because only reason they wanted Allen Houston. As soon as Allen Houston graduated or left, boom, axed his ass. He was a decent coach. And then there was their second basketball coach. I can't remember his name, but like, dude, I remember hearing this. Like, he was going to visit somebody, like a player, like a potential player, and normally everybody gets the plane or whatever, gets a plane. They wouldn't give him the plane. He had to fly commercial.
Wow.
He had to fly commercial. Other coaches anywhere else, and then at UT, they fly private when they're gonna go, talk to a player. Oh, we got to go talk to this player. They fly private. Well, they make this man fly damn commercial.
Wow.
Commercial, bro. Like, really? Like, so, I mean, it's just a lot of things, man. I ain't trying to trash it. Like, they have reached out to us, so they want to change, which I appreciate that. Right. And I'm gonna look forward to that. But if it's just lip service, I'm going to be at it again because you're going to show me, what you're doing, not just talk. Oh, we want to talk to you and all that. Like, no. I want to see action. I want to see stuff. I mean, hell, I shouldn't have to tell you. You should be able to see it for yourself.
Right. And how's your health? How's that coming? How's kitten? Have you found a donor?
Not quite yet. No, I mean, I think we're close, but not yet. But other than that, like I'm doing pretty good. Like I changed a lot of things, shed some weight. Now like I take a ton of vitamins, Got to be, I don't know, probably like 20 or so all natural pills, every day. So that's really been helping me. I feel a difference in that. So other than that, I'm good. The kidney thing is, definitely hard or whatever, because I do dialysis 3 times a week.
Wow.
It's like almost like 5 hours. You sitting there, letting them drain your blood and put it back in you like 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
But like, other than that, I mean, I take these vitamins, man. I feel pretty good. Which is a blessing.
No, it's definitely a blessing. We're definitely rooting for you. Who was your? We're gonna get you out of here in a second. DB, you still there? Before I run off on you, still there, DB?
Yeah, I'm still here. Go ahead.
Now, who's the best quarterback you ever played against?
I played against a lot of great quarterbacks. I mean,
name a few.
Tom Brady.
Jeez. He's really that good, huh?
Man, amazing. And I gained even more respect when I went to the Patriots. And I was just like, wow. I mean, how he prepared. I mean, the guy's brilliant, I mean, and like mind, body, and soul is football. I mean, he could easily play till he's 45. No doubt. You see no zip, like his arm's still as strong as it was. I mean, like guy's the greatest quarterback of all time. I don't know if there's ever going to be one that's better. Because he just don't do just football. His life is football. Like, what I mean? Like you say, like how he eats and works out and things, and like his own trainers. It's not just generic. He got his own trainer. That was a really big fallout for them because they kicked out his trainer out of the complex.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a big no. Alex, yeah, you look it up. Yeah, they kicked him out. I couldn't believe it because he had his own room and everything. But the guys love coming to the, to his trainer because it was, not like just a generic deal. It was more custom to them. So that, and I mean, everything. He just lives it. Like, he lives for it. But then, of course, McNabb, dude's like a little tank to tackle. Peyton, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Brett Favre. I mean, you got just a ton. I have played against a lot of starts.
Wow. My last, DB, you got a final question?
Yep.
Go ahead.
I don't want to ask the same shit that he asked on every other interview. I want you to think about 6 people. I want you to 3 people that you want to say respect and big up to, and 3 people that you want to flip the bird and say fuck you.
I don't ever think the people know I would say fuck you to, because I don't associate with the motherfuckers, and I'll tell it like it is. I don't give a shit. But 3 people that helped me where I'm at. My mom, absolutely. We didn't get along all the time when I was a kid, or hardly at all, but she was strict and strong, and made me stay on the straight and narrow. Then I would say my coach Brooks, when I got to UT, very kind of father-like guy. I still text now, but kind of just coached me hard, but still loved on me. And then I would say Jim Washburn, who got me to know that them deep and dark emotions that come out and to put it on the field. Like he gets you to your 1000%. Like, you want to tap in, tap that potential. Yeah, he gets you that, because he'll take it outside of football. Not really with me. He loved me and I love him, and I still talk to him, hang out to this day. He lives here in Nashville. We hang out and stuff and shoot guns, but he was that guy that could, get you going. And then if he couldn't get you going, it was like, oh, that's your unaspirable guy, or he just don't have it. He don't have that want to, that killer. Like, he brings that fight out of you. Sure. Like, he brings it. Like, you watch, like, it drives me insane. But I watch NFL guys now, and the offensive lineman at the end of the play, the offensive lineman has his hand on you. You know what I mean? Like that's like attitude. Like, just sitting there. Or if you like do this play or something, and then your next emotion is like your head's down, or you walk when your head's down, he be getting on you about that. He's, no fucking pride, you motherfucker. Like, you soft. Like, that's like how he would go. And like, I mean, so it was an attitude like I carried, like, it's take no shit. Like, that was my attitude. And that was kind of what he would try to get everybody's attitude to be like, to go out and destroy teams. Like, we had what you would say, I guess, less talent than a lot of D lines, but we destroyed people because we got all 100% out of us.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Like, you never heard of Cal Vandenbosch till he came to the Titans.
Yeah, good.
I mean, how do you take a stand-up linebacker from back in the day? We're talking about, like, back in the day, Javon Curse, and put him, first time he put his hand on the ground was when he came to Tennessee, when he became a Titan. Like, how do you get somebody like that? And this guy's the freak. I mean, what you know about, 3 Pro Bowls, all this, like, all that stuff. So, like, he got, like, the best out of guys. So I appreciate him for, like, showing me, like, the other side, that killer side, to go out there and play.
Mm-hmm. My final question: is there anything you would change, or is there anything you would add to your career?
I would be more patient in my, what I do. I'd be more patient in my recruiting. I mean, that my free agent year, 2007 or 8, well, no, 9 or whatever, 9. I would have been more patient, and I kind of wanted to be, but, and I'm not blaming this on my agent, but he was like, dude, no, like, this is a big deal. You should do this, do that, like, just go there. It's like, I would have done it like guys are doing now, where they're going to go visit teams and see everything, and like, and make sure this is the right fit. Talk to coaches, go to other teams. See, me, I didn't get to do that. Like, I You know, heck, they woke me up with the Washington deal. You know what I mean? Like my agent, he called me and woke me up. I was asleep. And I told him, I was like, man, I said, you know, 41 is like an ugly number. Let's make it like 45. It's kind of like a more even looking number, you know? Like he was just like, what? You need to wake up. You need to wake up. I mean, this is what my agent telling me like I was getting signed with Washington. Like, you know, it wasn't about money. Like he did all that stuff. And I'm like, is that a good deal? And he was like, yeah, it makes you the highest paid defense player ever. I was like, oh, okay. All right. You know, you said it's a good deal. All right, I trust you. Yeah, it's a good deal. So, I mean, that's what I would have did. Took more time in my free agency and
not
see if
Tennessee. So basically what you said is not with the Washington.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then I would have seen if I really would have wanted to see if the Titans would have put some money up. Like I asked for $100 million. Like I wouldn't ask for that. Like that was not even close to thinking anything in my mind. But I would have seen if they would have like, all right, we're gonna give this guy like, you know, 70, 80 million to show him that we love him. We want him here, we want him to retire here. And you know, that way. I would have really, that's what I wish I waited on.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for coming into the shop, man. DB, you want to give him some parting words?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Happy Black History Month to you. Thanks for coming to spend some time with us in the barbershop. This is open forum. It's yours when you want it and need it. You got to express or voice something. Come back to the shop and remember, in the shop, you can talk about everything. Thank
you. Yeah. Hey, you were born on Juneteenth. Speaking of Black History, man.
Yep. June 17th.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool, man.
June 19th. I wish I.
Oh, June 19th. Yeah, sorry, June 9th. I'm sorry. Yeah, pretty close to it. Yeah, but man, appreciate you coming into the shop, man. And 17 is my favorite number. That's
like anytime you guys want me on, man, I love to talk. Or if something ever comes up big.
Yeah. Definitely. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll tell Patty for sure, man.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And how was the Patty experience?
She's great, super nice, very consistent.
Yeah, it's super good. She's the best to ever do it, man. She's the best to ever do it, man.
Yeah, she's nice. She's great, but she's after you too. Yeah. Patience though. She's patient. You know, she called me, and we talked one time, and then I got a lot going on. Like I forget stuff, so it was just like the other day, she sent me a text like, "Hey, are you good with the show?" I'm like, "What show?" I was like, "I do a show." She was like, "Yeah, you agreed to." I'm like, "I did." So I was like, "Hey, fill me in. What are we talking about here?" And she's like, "Oh," I was like, "Oh, okay." It's like, "Yeah, I'm in." But no, she's great.
Awesome. Yeah, she be on me as well, man. Totally appreciate you coming on, and we'll be glad to have you back. If anything breaks in terms of football and anything else, we'll definitely hit you up, man. And thank you for spending more than an hour. You know what I mean? So thank you. We truly appreciate you, man. And continued good health, man.
I appreciate it, bro. Y'all take it easy.
Appreciate you, big
All right, now.
All right.
Yeah. DB.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Hey, man, I always have fun. Shit. I can't just say this one was fun. That one's fun. I always have fun. Shit. I remember my pops told me once, you can't enjoy anybody else's company if you can't enjoy your own.
Right.
So go to the movies by yourself, go have dinner by yourself. And if you can enjoy yourself and have fun with yourself, then other people will enjoy your company. So I felt like that. It don't matter who it is, man. I'm going to have a ball, unless it's Jason Whitlock. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Appreciate y'all coming in, man. I'm about to go. They banging on my door. I don't know if y'all heard them. Kennedy banging on the door. I can't go. Oh, you heard her, right? You heard her?
Yeah.
Man, I can't leave her for 20 minutes, man. She come, man. Had to lock the door, man. I'll be running from her, man.
Gotta go be daddy, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
We'll be back at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks to the Queen Patty Dean. Give her flowers right now, right here, right now. Ernest Terry, Opulent LD, my brother Reggie Owens, Knowledge Born Allah, Peace King, Big Lloyd, what up, Cuzzo? E1K, Lavar, L. Coop, see you in the building, Mike Moss, Roberts, RG Film. Shout out to everybody in Texas, man. Safety and well-being to all the folks in Texas. And Hustler Slim, man, there you go, man. Mr. Tennessee himself. You the real one. Kenneth Johnson, Bole, and yeah, Kenlon, all the rest of the family, man. We see y'all back at 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
9 p.m. So going to roll us out of here, Fred. Play this song. You can fast forward. And now you're ready to go, Big Daddy.
Personal statement, running game like I'm ASIC.
Rob G Films, straight to you, Rob G Films.
Oh man, straight to Rob G Films, man. We appreciate y'all, man, and all these notes, man. Yeah, I got a new book, by the way. I got a new book. Got a new notebook. So yeah, other one's retired. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Oh, Pete Hernandez. Oh, with the Isaiah Stover, man, he spent 20 minutes on that, and I was like, I don't want to beat it to a dead horse. You know what I mean? I think I was like, his emotions basically said enough. You know what I mean? He said, "Fuck everybody." Oh man, the Fred Hampton house is saved. Thanks for help from the barbershop community. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. It's Pinky, nigga. It's Pinky, nigga. Hey, it's all in what you do. Hey, some things you gotta do. Hey. Love y'all, man. Love y'all. See y'all 9 o'clock, man. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. I see you 9 o'clock. Appreciate you, big dog.
9 p.m. Box of Truth Serum. I see you, cuz 9 p.m. Love you, bro.
All right, love you. Peace.